Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news at 10 o'clock. It's not really, what time is it? It's 11:32. Anyway, straight into it. Breaking news is the Spanish government. The government includes the United Kingdom, Japan in the list of countries exempt from restrictions to travel to Spain. What does that mean for you back in the UK? In other words, you do not now need a COVID test
to come into Spain.
Now,
this doesn't change what happens when you go back to the United Kingdom though, because the
Yes.
UK will still have their regulations, whatever they're doing and making you do quarantine tests,
Yeah.
whatever. It just means coming into Spain.
From what we've been reading, it looks like the UK has to get on the green. Spain has to get on the UK's green list quite soon.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, one of the things, if you just stick around, because I'm going to show you the president of the Valencian region has actually been up and seen the ambassador for the UK, purely for the fact that the COVID numbers in the Valencian region, the Costa Blanca where we are that low, that we're the lowest in Europe, so there's no reason why this region, because it's not as if you're going to come off a plane, let's face it, you're not going to come off a plane in Alicante, say, and then fly into Madrid or go into Madrid or go into this
if you're
another
coming on
area.
holiday to the Costa Blanca, whatever this area, then you know
Yeah.
you should be able to come.
You're coming here to lie on a beach for 2 weeks, let's face facts, so it is the lowest region in Europe, and me personally think that they should just open up and let people get on with it and let people get back to life and back to normal. So when does this come into effect? It comes into effect from 00 hours on May the 24th. So as soon as you hit May the 24th, as soon as 1 minute past 12 in the morning, not the 25th, not the morning of the 25th, it is the morning of the 24th. As soon as it hits 1 minute past 12, it comes into effect from the 24th. So get your flights booked, get over to Spain as soon as you can. Everyone. So what else is in the news? Oh, other countries that are included: Australia, Israel, Japan, New Zealand, Rwanda, Singapore, South Korea and Thailand. United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland and China. That's all the countries. The important measures on when returning to the UK, quarantine, COVID tests, etc. continue to be in place as Spain continues to be on the amber list. I'm reading this straight off the N33. One thing that we need to include is basically it's going back to the same as when we travelled last year.
Yes, you fill in the health form.
You fill in the
online,
Spanish health form.
which
so
is easy to do. You can do it on your phone. There's a little app you can get.
Yep.
You get a QR code. That'll be scanned
Yes.
at the airport. It's the
Yeah.
same thing. So that's still in place.
It's still the exact same. So what we'll do is we'll put the links for these in the description of this video if you are looking to find out a bit more information. Also says Spain has yet to announce and confirm whether you must be vaccinated or not to travel to Spain. We are awaiting confirmation. Me personally, I think that the world...
Nobody's decided on that.
Yeah, nobody's decided on it. And bringing in COVID passports and everything, you know, the world was doing just fine. And when I had flu vaccines, you had vaccines to go to various countries where it was high risk of malaria, etc. But let's just get the world back up and running.
Yes, I agree.
You know?
Don't shoot us for it.
Yeah, don't shoot us for it. It's just our opinion. It's
No.
just our personal opinion.
Yeah.
So, you know, debate it out in the comments all you like. We will reply to some of them. We're learning not to reply to all of them because we do get lots of stress reading some of the comments. In other news, people are concerned about the fact that they're not going to come to Spain and have to wear a mask when they're walking about. Well, as of this point today, you don't have to wear a mask on the beach. And in other news, it's looking like you're not going to have to wear a mask at all because
they are talking about it. They're discussing it, and
in the Valencian region, we are only. I think there's only 4 regions that still have a curfew. We still have a curfew as they're trying to keep the numbers as low as possible. Remember, we were at something like 29 per 100,000, and even though we had the holiday last weekend, which allowed people from outside the region. And if you see the last video that we did, there was lots of people on the beaches that weren't from around this area. You know, there's lots of Spanish tourists. Let's get this straight. There's a lot of Spanish and European tourists that were in the region. What it then has done is allowed them to take stock for 2 weeks after the state of alarm to see if the numbers were going to increase. And it looks like they haven't. They've went up by 0.5% or something. We're not exactly sure. It's a tiny amount.
Which you would expect.
Which, yeah, you would.
That's going to happen.
That's going to happen anyway. And the good thing is the state of alarm, they're only allowed to change the law for 2 weeks. They're only allowed to bring in the curfew for another 2 weeks through the High Courts.
And then that's it.
The High Courts in other regions are saying basically it's against your civil liberties now to be locked down, you know, and we knew this day would come. The courts are now saying that it's not legal to have us tied up, gagged with masks. So it's looking like,
excuse me, the dog's digging for stones over
the dog's
there.
Ginny's going crazy. But the good thing is, the time that you get out here on holiday by the end of June, beginning of July,
Yeah.
I can pretty much say with certainty that you won't be wearing masks walking about outside in public.
Yeah.
They just,
I don't think you will.
the numbers are that low.
It's not official yet. But
It's not official. But it is looking that way. It's like everything in Spain. It just takes time to sort
But
of
when
settle
they do
it.
decide to
But
do
when
it,
they do,
just do it.
yeah, they do.
I know.
I mean,
It's like the vaccines that roll
it's like the
out
vaccines.
thick and
They're rolling out the
fast.
vaccines thick and fast. They're down to, in our region, they're down to 50 to 59-year-olds.
59s, yeah.
There's 33% of the population has already been vaccinated, which is all good. But I still say personally that everything will quietly disappear by the end of this year. On that note, I hope you've enjoyed this short update Spain video. So all about the fact that tourists now don't have to get PCR tests to come from the UK.
Into Spain.
So it's going to save you
will have to
lots
check
of
the
money.
regulations for the UK because
Yes.
they'll change. They're always
They'll
changing.
change. But
as far as
soon
Spain's
as-
concerned, you can come here without a PCR
Yep,
test.
just
You
fill out the health
in
form.
The health form. You're good to go.
Good to go.
That's exciting.
On that note, even, this has been your news from Scottish Scotland, Spain. Not official news.
Hasta luego.